We can't build the economy we need with 7 million people stuck on NHS waiting lists. We can't grow the economy with 2.5 million people shut out of the labour market by long-term physical and mental illness. As many of you know, my brothers and I lost both our parents to cancer when we were young. My dad died aged 38, just a few months after being diagnosed with a cancer called Hodgkin lymphoma. I was only 4, so I don't remember it very well. What I do remember is my mum's grief and her incredible strength in the months and years that followed after being widowed so young with 3 boys under 10. Then, when I was 9, cancer came for Mum too. She was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I do remember how that felt. She had treatment, including a mastectomy. 3 years later, they found secondary breast cancer, metastatic cancer, in her bones. And they told her it was incurable. Yet Mum refused to accept that it was incurable. She battled it for 3 years for her boys. Now, I don't tell you all this because I want you to feel sorry for me. Not at all. It was a long, long time ago, and I've been very lucky since. But I do tell you all about this because actually, too many families have their cancer stories, like mine, today. My family story isn't unique. There are millions of us whose lives get turned upside down by cancer. This very day, across the UK, 1,000 people will hear that fateful diagnosis. We could be doing so much better on cancer. Far too many people are still waiting far too long for a diagnosis or to start treatment after being diagnosed. And I'm afraid to say, they've been let down and forgotten by this Conservative government. Last year, the government promised a new 10-year cancer plan. It was supposed to be a searching new vision for how we will lead the world in cancer care. This year, after 2 changes of Prime Minister and 3 changes of Health Secretary, that plan has been junked. Yet another casualty of all the Conservative chaos. Hopes raised only to be cruelly dashed.